So, guys, John, you and I were at the Farrell Center for the men's game the other day. Of course, Chad was there later in the evening for the women. And we saw Jonathan Tchamwa Tchatchoua go down with a really ugly knee injury. Obviously, that's a big loss for the Bears. So the question is, can they still challenge for a deep NCAA run without him? I mean, how do they make up for his absence?
Well, it's obviously going to be more difficult now. Several guys are going to have to play more minutes, starting with Flo Famba. He probably played his best game of his career against Texas. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks. He's going to have to play more. I would think Jeremy Sohan, Kendall Brown. I mean, they're not big physical guys inside, but they, they're both 6'8", 6'9", and they can play. And I expect to see maybe some Matt Meyer at 4 or 5. I mean, he's tall. He's played there a little bit before when in a pinch. So I think all those guys are probably going to have to play some more minutes. Obviously, just a huge loss with the energy he brings to that team and just the positivity. But, Scott's dealt with injuries before, and, he's dealt with them all year. So I think they could still end up having a really good season, but it makes it tougher for sure.
Yeah, obviously he has dealt with injuries all season. That said, this is the season ending variety.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a big loss as well. Might they strip a red shirt off of a guy and do that kind of solution?
Well, Zach Loveday might play some now. He's not a red shirt, but he hadn't played much.
Right.
So yeah, he might play some.
Yeah.
I think at this stage of the season, and the kind of competition you're going to be playing the rest of the way, though, it's kind of hard to take a chance on a guy that hasn't played much, right?
You're right.
You can't have somebody out there hurting you for minutes at a time.
Yeah, but I think you roll him out in certain situations and see what he can give.
Right.
And then maybe, you extend the leash as, time goes on. But yeah, they're going to need some bodies. So, even if he can give them a couple minutes at a time in little stretches, that might help.
The other side of this is it is a guard driven game, and Baylor's strength last year was how good its guards were. And so, you hate to lose a guy like that. And I think maybe one of the biggest challenges will be keeping Sohan and Brown and Meyer and whoever's filling in, guarding the other team's 4 out of foul trouble. But you still got a whole lot of guards that can do a whole lot of different things. And, positionless players, that's kind of the buzzword for a reason, I think, in college basketball these days.
Yeah, it would help having LJ Cryer back too.
Yeah, and I'm not so worried about them offensively. I mean, I think they'll get buckets. That wasn't really everyday John's role. I mean, he had a good game offensively before that. At K-State, John?
Yeah, he's really been improving in that area though too.
Yeah, to me, where you lose him the most is defensively, and he's kind of the anchor of that defense. So they'll have to figure some things out for sure.